Hi, good evening, living through your vision. Happy holidays, happy belated Christmas, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year when it comes. Wow, I know I haven't did a video in the past couple of days. I just said, you know what, it's the holiday and there's a lot going on, and I just wanted to give you guys, the time so that you can enjoy family because this is what this season is about. This time of the year is about. And, I think it's important for us to really make that connection with each other. And, I've personally had a lot going on. So I wanted to share with you guys this evening. So, welcome to my channel. Thank you for dropping by, stopping in, taking a view, taking a listen. I truly do appreciate it. And I just wanted to share with you guys like what has been happening over these past few days, which has taught me a lot. So this video is gonna really be focused and concentrated on reflections and what really are reflections of you, and how we can learn from these reflections that is around us, of ourselves. um, and I'm gonna make this really simple and quick because it's really not a lot to really say. But it's two things I want to talk about. I want to talk about the movie Jumanji, and I want to talk about reflections. Over the course of the past couple of days, I've had a lot of things that has transpired. And with me being the person that I am spiritually now, it kind of perplexed me. I was like, I'm on this journey and I'm where I'm at. And I know that who I am is who I am, but why, if I am a person that is of peace and want to maintain a sense of peace, why is all of this chaos around me and what I perceive to be chaos? And it was revealed to me today what that really was, and the whole aspect of it was is that there's actually something in alignment energetically that is chaotic within me, and this is why the chaos has honed in on me, because now I'm receptive, to this understanding spiritually. So now the chaos can actually be on top of me now, and instead of being a victim to the chaos, now I have the tools to really deal with that side of me that is chaotic, right? Because now I know better, and when you know better, you're supposed to do better, right? Right. So when I realized that, wow, the chaos is around me because there's something that is still chaotic within me, I started to handle the situation from a spiritual perspective and from a spiritual sense of understanding, and not a relative reality or a literal sense of understanding or understanding by set of circumstances. I started to understand it from a spiritual perspective. And believe it or not, when I started to understand it from a spiritual perspective, it not only was healing to me, but it was healing to others too as well. On this, I put a lot of posts on my Facebook page, that is really kind of like synonymous to the things that are going on in my life, or running parallel to the things that are going on in my life. And when I post something on Facebook, it's really because of what I'm learning, right? It's something that I'm learning within myself that is involving me spiritually. And I just want to say that, the people that are around you, believe it or not, they are a direct reflection of you. And it may not be a set of circumstances that are similar, but energetically, vibrationally, it is a vibrational match that has placed you in alignment with that situation. And when you start looking at it from an energetic and vibrational perspective, it changes the game, because now your analysis of what's actually going on is not honed in on the particulars of the person, of what the person did, but it's the particulars of how this experience is making you feel and how this experience is making them feel, because we are in mirror images of each other energetically and vibrationally. And the reason why the situation is coming before us face to face is because it needs to be resolved in order for us to evolve in our evolutionary growth, in our spiritual growth. So this is why you're coming face to face with it all the time. And not only did it was one person, it was two people. I had both things that I perceived in my understanding, how I understood it, that I perceived as chaotic, that was right in the midst of my presence, directly in the midst of my presence. And I said, whoa, wait a minute. This is no coincidence. It's a reason why. Because I had always been trying to run away from things in my past, in my past experiences. I felt like to run away from it, I was going to get rid of it in my past understanding. But now, because of my growth, my spiritual growth, that says, okay, she's ready now, because she's not going to run away from it this time, because she knows that this situation is not going to go away until it is resolved. It's not going to vanish until it is resolved. So I had to think for a moment, and don't get me wrong, that natural instinct of me running was present. And I'm like, let me get in my car and go get me some Starbucks or something like that, or whatever. But I said, no, I had to face it. I had to face it, because not only was it present in one fold, it was present in two folds. So that means that it was telling me, the universe was telling me, that I have the tools, I have the understanding, I have the energy, I have the vibration, I have the sense and the clarity to understand what the situation is. And it's here to say, heal me, so that I can resolve, and so that I can evolve. So the energy is saying, heal me, heal me. I'm here to be healed. I'm here to be transmuted, right? And it's not only a healing thing for just me, but it's also a healing for them, because with me being who I am and moving from a space and a place of love energy, it's going to give me, the first person that I'm going to look at is myself. Because when you see that you're looking at somebody else and the situation is not resolving, because the issue is not with them, the issue is with you. And until you yourself resolve the issue that is within you, then things around you, it's going to constantly come back to you in that motion. It's going to constantly come back in that figure eight motion, the boomerang effect, or what have you, right? So that is the thing that just was like, okay, I know it's here for a reason, so I needed to resolve it. And I tell you, truth be told, when I started to look at it and start to remedy the situation energetically, from an energetic perspective, vibrational perspective, because now I am looking through the situation with a different set of eyes, it transmuted the energy. The peace came over the situation until the kids fell asleep, the grandkids fell asleep. That's how tranquil the peace came. And it wasn't that the situations were resolved. It wasn't like that the circumstances were resolved, but the energy was resolved, because I took the time to move from an energetic perspective, a vibrational perspective, and to understand a person's journey on an individual basis and their perception, to know that their thing is going to be different from me, because they're on their own unique journey, and whatever has constructed them to be who they are is what they need to have in order for their soul to evolve. Which brought me to the movie, to Jumanji. If any of you actually go and see the new movie Jumanji, with what's his name, Kevin Hart, and The Rock, and Danny DeVito and Danny Glover. If you ever going to see this movie, I said something about, I said, what? Because I don't go to the movies. I don't go to the movies. I don't sit in the theater. I don't do the movies. And then when I found myself getting the strength to go to that movie, I said, okay, it's something significant about this movie. And when I saw that, and it prepared me for today, believe it or not, because the thing that stood out to me the most is when the girl said that your avatar, okay, and they hit on their chest, and the avatar put out their strengths and put out the weakness of that avatar. But the thing of it is that they was in this avatar, but they still had their own they still had their personality of who they are, which represented the soul, right? And the avatar is this body that is going to go through the experience, right? And we have weaknesses and we have strengths. We have strengths and we have weaknesses, right? So what it is that we are comprised of for this avatar to have the experience, for us to evolve to the next level, or to evolve to the end of the journey successfully, these are the tools that this avatar needed, or these are the experiences that this avatar needed in order for us to evolve to the next level. And I said, wow. I was like, wow, look at how I took the movie Jumanji and made it spiritual in nature, right? And there's a lot of movies that are out there. It's not just Jumanji alone, but I realized that it was significant that I went to this movie, to see this movie, to assist me in what has been transpiring in the past couple of days. And I used that analogy in that discussion, and it was an eye-opener for many of them, that they were like, wow, they get it now, they get it. And it was a healing moment. There was a healing moment, and it just makes you look at people, not as people, but as souls, right? And what can you do to free a soul or to help a soul evolve? What is your contribution to mankind in that respect? Because, as at the end of the day, like I always say, we always are in service to each other, whether we know it or don't know it. We always are in service. So, I just wanted to say that all in all, even though that experience was rough getting to this point, but I wouldn't change it for the world, because the peace that has come from it, I don't know if you guys can hear it in my voice, but the peace that has come from it, that's that peace that surpasses all understanding. Because now I realize that the energy now that created the chaos within me, I can start feeling that energy resolving and dissolving. So therefore, the things that are around me is going to reflect me in the manner to who I really, truly am at a soul level, at a spiritual level. Okay? So I am so grateful for the experience. I'm grateful that I'm able to tell you guys this experience, because it's a beautiful thing. And just know that people that are around you are a reflection of you. They are a reflection of you. And it's not about the sort of circumstances that they are a reflection of you. It's about the energy, and it's about the vibration. And the moment is there to teach you nothing. It's not to make a victim out of you. And if you constantly think that you're the victim of something, then you're not learning, and then it's just gonna boomerang back around to you in another way, energetically, vibrationally, maybe through a different set of circumstances or experience. Because I think that's the thing that we have a misconception about in terms of how we understand things, because we look at the experience, we look at the set of circumstances, and we look at what comprises of the circumstances instead of looking at it from an energy perspective and how to heal from this experience energetically and vibrationally. So once we get that kind of under wraps, it's different. I got a lazy eye, y'all, but this time it ain't about my lazy eye. It's that I'm so tired, because energetically I was drained from the experience. But now I'm at peace about it. So one eye look like Popeye, now I look like Popeye. I look at Popeye now because I'm tired. That's what happened. I got a lazy eye. So I'm gonna, if y'all say, well, what's wrong with her eye? It's just lazy. It's extra lazy now. It's because it's tired. But But yeah, it's a beautiful thing. So think about Jumanji, the Avatar. You know, go see the movie so you guys can kind of see the spiritual alignment and the connection where that is concerned, and see how that applies to you in your life and how you can look at people a little bit differently. Because from a spiritual perspective, outside of this quote unquote avatar, we are all knowing, we know everything. But then we get into these avatars, our avatars is specifically contoured for the experience that we're supposed to experience in this journey, in this life experience, in this human experience. And when you understand that everybody has different cultivations for the experience of the avatar, then we're less likely to judge, because they are who they are, because that's who they're supposed to be until there's something else. And it's not for us to judge, that whole entire process, although we do. But when you grow spiritually, and when you grow, energetically, vibrationally, then you start seeing things from a different set of eyes, and it tends to make more sense because it brings more peace and it brings more resolve. And that's my spill. So with that being said, peace and love, everybody. Thank you for tuning into my channel. If you like this video, please like the video. And if you really love the content that I'm producing out, which is raw, organic, authentic, then please subscribe, so that I could give you more life experiences as I've experienced it, because everybody experience is different. Everybody has a different cultivation about what it is that they're going through their lives. But, if this experience can be of service to people, I'm going to constantly keep putting things out there, because I think it's imperative of us being in service to one another in that respect, in any way we possibly can. You got doctors, you got lawyers, you got masseuses, you got all these type of people, and we are all in service, to each other, for each other. And I think that's a beautiful thing. So peace and love, everybody. Thank you for tuning into my channel. I love you guys immensely. And you guys have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. It is Sunday. This is the last Sunday of 2019. I think it's a beautiful thing indeed. And so now I get to go into 2020 renewed, refreshed, new energy. And it has been a beautiful moment for me today. All right. So peace and love. And I should commence to talking with you guys later. If you like this video, like it, subscribe. And I love you guys. And have a wonderful Sunday.